to Talk Bowling, episode 122. I'm Dustin Seymour.
I'm Tony Rucco. Talk Bowling is proud to bring you the latest information from the bowling industry, bowling tips, and updates on the largest internet bowling website, bowlingballcom.
All right,
so we're back.
We are back.
All right.
It's good to be back. Got a couple questions today. The first one comes from YouTube, and it's a long one.
I see that.
I have an Ebonite Cyclone. It's my first ball, with a standard layout for length, since I didn't have a ball to measure my PAP at the time. Later I got an IQ Tour Fusion, and yesterday got an Optimus, both with the same layout. Drilled for angular back end, I believe 3 3/8 pin to PAP. I was previously dismayed that my Cyclone and IQ Tour Fusion seemed to perform exactly the same despite the difference in cost. Now I'm really confused because the Optimus also gives me the same as the other two. Is this normal? I can take the Fusion and find a nice line to the pocket, and the Optimus seems to be able to play that same line. Playing deeper in the oil or more of the track area doesn't seem to matter. A few times I've even gotten turkeys alternating balls on the same line to the pocket.
Got a little grin on your face. Alright, so first, I guess I'll address the IQ Fusion and the Optimus being close. The balls aren't that far apart, so you took two bowling balls that are fairly similar in ball motion, overall shape that they tend to give on the lanes, and you drilled them identical. So that part makes perfect sense to me. I would recommend taking one of those two balls, plugging it, and re-drilling it. Use a different layout.
Or you could even just change the surface.
Yeah,
you know,
I was going to say
if
on
you
the
didn't
short
want to
side.
spend the money to...
Yeah, you could try changing the surface to alter the ball motion, but those two balls in particular are fairly close. I mean, they're not identical, but they're close. The other thing to keep in mind is I'm assuming you're bowling on a house shot, and not to downplay house shots around the country right now, but you can probably get a pretty similar ball reaction with most bowling balls on the market right now.
And even the Cyclone is not too far off from those as far as, it's the same shape.
Yeah, it's on the weaker side of it, but you're going to be on a house shot, you're going to be able to get in the same part of the lane with those three bowling balls. So I would try changing the surface. If that doesn't give you enough difference, plug one of those balls and change it. Go with something, determine if you need more or less hook. 3 3/8 pin to PAP is pretty strong, so you may want to take whichever one and go a little further from your PAP, bring the pin back up over your grip a little bit, and see if it creates more length, which is going to give you more back end. So that's the best thing I could say. Sorry.
I also would say, so the first ball was drilled without knowing your PAP, and then you drilled both the other ones the same way. Did it just happen to work out to where it was a layout
close to that one? Yeah.
Or did your shop not really put a lot of thought into it?
Yeah, because generally when we drill a ball for someone the first time without a PAP, if we're drilling like a Cyclone, you come in off the street and you want a new bowling ball, there's an area that's a safe place for us to put the pin, and it's going to work for a majority of bowlers. And it's funny how that works out with a fairly normal PAP, which most people have. You don't see a lot of cases where you have a really extreme PAP. The pin ends up in the similar area. That's why it's called the safe zone. So they could just be the same, I guess, and you got three balls that are going to give you similar ball motion. So
give those a shot. Hopefully that works for you.
Yeah. All right, question from YouTube. Can a two-hander roll the inside part of the ball like the pros? Dustin's a two-hander at times.
Very minimal times. Absolutely. As my very small experience with two-handed bowling, it all has to do with your approach and how you hold the ball. So there's a lot of spine tilt when it comes to two-handed because you don't have a big backswing, and just finding the proper way to hold your hand so you can get your hand under the ball. That's the key in order to get under the ball like a normal one-handed pro would do. But you absolutely can as a two-hander.
Yeah, you can definitely get to the inside part of the ball. Like Dustin said, a lot of times if you watch a two-hander in slow motion, that left hand is coming off of the ball at the release point. So at that point, all they've done is take their thumb out of the equation. And some two-handers even use their thumb, so they can 100% get to the inside part of the ball. It may be a little tougher, in my experience, when I take my thumb out of the ball to goof around, I can tell that there's a difference in how the weight's distributed on my hand. So there could be a difference, but look at look at the ridiculous two-handers we have out there now. I guarantee you Belmonte can get to the inside part of the bowling ball and create that same type of axis tilt.
Well, when you have your thumb in the ball, it does kind of limit you as far as how much you can.
You probably
so
could get
without
to
your thumb, you actually could get more inside.
Yeah, you could get more to an extreme angle with your hand. So it's a good question. Look at, if you get a chance, go to Bowlversity and check out some of our newer articles. We have a new content writer who's writing from a two-handed perspective. He's a two-handed bowler out of Las Vegas, and he's writing some content for us. So I know some of his articles go into some of the differences. So if you're a two-handed or looking to make that switch, maybe some of those articles could help.
No doubt.
All right, upcoming ball releases. On October 31st, Motive is releasing the Primal Rage. The very next day, 11/1, Brunswick is releasing the Quantum Forest Green and the Quantum Fire Pearl. So check those two out. 11/7, 900 Global is releasing the Inception Pearl and the Infrared.
On 11/15, we got a bunch. Deviate Grudge Pearl and Freak Show Solid. The Radical Fix, which is a cool ball. It's either symmetric or asymmetric, depending on how you drill it. There are special drilling layouts, so if you grab one, make sure to check those out. Also the Radical Jackpot Solid. Columbia Tyrant, which we just put a video of. Columbia Nitrous Red, Silver, White. Track Tundra and Hammer Rebel Solid.
Ooh.
On 11/22, we have the Storm Code Black and Ice Storm. Rotogrip Daredevil and Hustle Pow and Rig. And on 12/6,
those are color.
Yeah, those are both pearls. I don't remember exactly what they stand for. 12/6 is the Ebonite Maverick and Track Cyborg Pearl.
Yeah, and check out our ball videos. Like Dustin said, we just did both Quantums. We did the Tyrant and we did the Impulse.
Yeah.
Yes, and there'll be more videos coming soon for those DV8 balls and a couple of the other balls coming out. All right, contest. Remember, we give a bowling ball away each week on bowlingball.com. Just click the 52 weeks, 52 winners image on the right side of the page to register. Remember, you do have to register every week. That little icon is there all the way through checkout, so come to the website and register each week.
Bowlingboards.com also gives away a ball each week. You can head to bowlingboards.com, register for an account, make one post a week, and you're entered to win the bowling ball. You also can head to their Facebook page, which is facebook.com/bowlingboards, and you can enter that way as well. So you got multiple ways to enter. Again, each week you have to enter.
And Pyramid Bowling also has weekly giveaways on their Facebook page. You can visit that at pyramid or facebook.com/pyramid bowling. Again, re-enter each week, but they give a product away every week. We don't want to say facebook.com before the contest.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't know what's going on with that. All right, how to contact us. You can reach us a few ways. questions@talkbowling.com if you want to email us. On Facebook, we are facebook.com/talkbowling. Twitter @talkbowling, or you can leave a comment on talkbowling.com on any episode.
That's right. All right, last week's question of the week, which was actually several weeks ago.
It was.
Where was the first ever PBA national tournament contested? And that was at Shades Bowling Academy in Albany, New York.
Who knew?
Not me or anyone else. Well, I knew because I made the question. But
No one else got it. All right. Way to go, guys.
In this week's question of the week, what year were dots and arrows added to bowling lanes, and which company started the trend? Thank goodness they're there. That's all I have to say.
They do help a little bit. All right. In closing, please remember bowlingball.com is free shipping every item every day. No hidden handling fees, no packaging fees, no added insurance fees, and no minimum purchase. The price shown is the price you pay at checkout. Bowlingball.com, it's where bowlers go. Thank you.